Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be covering two topics. One is going to be nice and short and sweet, whereas the other is going to be a bit more extended. The first topic we're going to cover is something that I get asked all the time about. The next S-Class choice crate for the gold bricks is in your black market right now. You can pick up this crate and take a character of your choice from this crate as you please. I would 100% recommend Angel if you are newer to the game. You can go and check out all the character previews that I've made of these characters. I also have done combat guides for Angel, James, Krista and Glenn. I will have a Tyler combat guide by the end of the week. You can hold on to this crate and be patient if you so wish. You do not have to open it straight away, but I would just claim it straight away because that just obviously makes sense. Now it's in your inventory, you can open it as you wish and get whatever reward you want out of it. Like I said, I have got guides up and first look videos of these characters if you want to look into those more. But now on to the second part, and it's another return to Road to Survival. This time it is the return of Walker Hordes. However, it's going to come with a little bit of a twist. It's going to be old school Walker Hordes. It looks like they're going to test out the first return with an old school version, and that basically means you can only use 5-star characters, and that will be a bit more balanced in my opinion than using S-Class characters, just because of how Walker Hordes works. It'll be much harder to balance it for the S-Class era, at least at the moment. 5-star characters, however, a lot of people have access to these. A lot of people do have multiple of these. You can set up a 5-star team quite easily compared to an S-Class team, and that means they never have to really balance the walkers too much against new S-Class characters coming out, because the 5-star characters, you know, don't change too often. But we'll read through the entire thing, and it says, old school Walker Hordes. It's been a while. After a long period of absence, Walker Hordes are back and they're keeping it old school. To keep things a bit more fun and competitive, Walker Hordes will be under old school rules, which means defense teams will only allow characters which are 5 stars or below. And don't you worry, we're also making things more interesting by revamping the rewards for the event and including a faction or mission event, allowing you and your faction mates to reap even more rewards. Time to put your 5-star characters to work. The event duration is as follows. It starts on the 26th of August at 4 PM Pacific time, and it ends at the 28th of August at 4 PM Pacific time. This is going to act exactly like a normal tournament does, like a raid tournament or a survival road tournament. If you've never experienced Walker Hordes before, I have got a guide on my channel which just shows you sort of like the basic walkthrough of how it works. But the simple thing is, unless anything's actually changed, which I don't think it has, you get cards at the beginning of every event, you get cards as you progress through the event, and then at the end of the event, all of your cards are taken away, and when the next tournament starts up, you start the process again from scratch. You will be attacking defense teams as you go, and there'll be obviously different defense teams. The 5 stars, it's not going to be too bad, but there will be very interesting weapons in people's hands now compared to how it was before. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. Now, there was talk of new faction missions, and you can see it says get your faction on board and climb the milestones together. Each battle you or one of your faction mates completes will count towards the entire faction's mission event. Complete 50 Walker Horde battles as a faction and you get an energy choice box. Complete 100 and you get 3,000 5-star recruit tokens. Complete 200 and you get 5,000 5-star recruit tokens. 300, 1 faction S-Class card choice box. 400, 2 faction S-Class card choice boxes. And then lastly, 500 and you get 3 more faction S-Class card choice boxes. So in grand total, you could get 6 each, as long as your faction completes 500 Walker Horde battles as a faction. And the faction S-Class card choice box has the following: Shiva, Gentleman, Rosita, Eugene, Rick, Mateo, Jackie and AJ. They do range from 50 down to 20. This is basically going to be like a war crate, so you can get effectively 6 war crates of the S-Class card choice boxes from completing the faction missions. There are apparently going to be new rewards as well for the placement rewards. As you can see, we're also increasing the rewards offered in milestones and ranks compared to our last outing. Rewards will increase based on which league you're currently participating in. Gold, diamond and platinum rewards are as follows. If you're in first, you get 18 S-Class card choice boxes, and then you also get 600 legendary medals, and this scales all the way down to 15th, where you get a grand total of 1 S-Class card choice box and 100 legendary medals. It then goes on to show the milestones, and for 5,000 up to 80,000 points, you get league tokens as the main reward. The secondary reward goes from gear markers to actual pieces of gear from crank radios, watches, GPS and canteen. And then in the third slot, it's all the different types of trainers, and you get a bunch in there. It does also show the rewards if you are in silver or bronze, and it's just going to be reduced just because it's the expectation is it's going to be easier to hit these milestones, but also the actual milestone, top milestone amounts are much lower. So instead of 80,000, it is 60,000 points that you need instead. Now, as it is a normal tournament, in a normal tournament week, it's going to be using the same weekly S-Class card choice boxes as usual. So it'll be 100 of the Gentleman and 60 of the Carry-On cards, as those are this week's rewards. So 2 new things obviously coming. It is going to be the return of the Gold Brick S-Class choice box. We did miss that for one turn around. We had to get Glenn last time, but now we get a choice box again. And this time it's going to have a brand new character, Tyler, added to it. I would claim it from the black market as soon as possible, 100%. You don't necessarily have to open it as soon as possible, but you can claim it from the black market as soon as you can. It does only cost 1 gold brick, which is actually kind of annoying for me. I prefer it was 5 or 10, because now we're going to have a constantly an uneven amount of gold bricks, and that's going to tilt me forever now, pretty much. And other than that, obviously, we have the return of Walker Hordes, which I am interested in. I do like Walker Hordes. I think it's one of my favorite tournaments. And mainly it was because we just never really saw it too often. It was every like 3 to 4 weeks. The gaps between them were long enough that I was fairly excited, and the gameplay was very different to what we have elsewhere. So it added something to the game which we just didn't have. Even like Survival Road, as much as Survival Road was quite different to other tournaments, it still was quite similar to how we have other tournaments or like farming roadmaps. It felt still quite similar and samey to what we already had. Whereas Walker Hordes adds something completely different. You're obviously attacking from the Walker Hordes perspective. You are pretty much the Whisperers, which is obviously sick because I love the Whisperers a lot. So I would actually like it if they could add something Whisperer types. That, you know, this is their first test run through. I am excited to see where they go with this. They could do a Total War style mission event for Walker Hordes where they bring it back for like 4 or 5 times over the course of 2 to 4 weeks, where they can test out new features. They want to try and balance it a little bit more, get people used to it again. Have Whisperer style, rewards, alpha cards, beta cards, potentially, who knows, other Whisperer characters in the future. We don't know. We have got like Michelle, and we also have Mike, who is another Whisperer. I think there are others, or like ex-Whisperers. I think Joshua is in here as an ex-Whisperer, but there could definitely be some sort of like bigger event. I think they could definitely make more of Walker Horde. I know a lot of people do enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't, but you can still say the same for every single event. I know a lot of people who don't like War so much. I know a lot of people who don't like Survival Road or Raid. So yep, it is something different, and that is the most important thing. That it is a variation in the tournaments. It would just basically make Survival Road more enjoyable because we get Survival Road less and you look forward to it more. That's my opinion on it anyway. Do tell me your thoughts on the Gold Brick Choice Crate. Finally here, I'm going to stop getting those questions on my live stream. I can take that message down on the overlay for sure. And also give me your thoughts on Walker Hordes. Do you like the fact that it's old school only? 5 stars? Do you think they need to test it out with 6 stars as well? Is this going to be how it's going to be forever? We don't really know. This is just a sort of the first comeback. We'll see how they're going to do it on future run-throughs. That is it in my video. Do leave your comments down below. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.